company, make phone calls, talk to people they know, work with companies, write letters to the editor, just do everything you can to put pressure on these companies before that environmental racism is another shameful piece of history of how we treat Native Americans in this country.
Nobody know
They let him in the fence when I told him that he was an owner of Maryland Power.
Like, who did they think the owner was? I'm the owner. Oh, well, 50% of you Americans are stock and everything now, so you're all over. So I'll just be on your foot. You can't let me in. Passenger side.
It's that list.
Around you have grown. Please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway. Don't block up the hall. For those who have just assembled this problem for ourselves in the last 50 years. And we're going to have to be the ones who figure out what to do with it, because we're the ones who recognize the problem. And I wanted to read you something that was written by a woman in Westlake, New York. They have a nuke that's there, and that's also in an impossible place. The waste needs to be moved, but there's no place to move it. They have the same problem, and this is what she wrote about it. She wrote, her name is Carol Mongerson. The real issue here is why we continue to generate nuclear waste. We will not waste our energies arguing about whose unacceptable backyard should be chosen. West Valley, New York, we can't keep it here, but that doesn't mean we think you should take it. It isn't a question of whose backyard is the least bad. They are all bad. And all the time we're fighting. Now I'd like to introduce Kevin Camps at the Nuclear Information Resource Service. Thank you.
Real briefly here, because we're going to have a number of speakers at our next stop off. I just wanted to say a little bit about what the main issues are. Really, the environmental racism of what Dairyland Power and Xcel Energy are trying to do. They're the leaders of this effort to dump high-level nuclear waste on the Skull Valley Goshutes Reservation in Utah. And Xcel Reservation at Prairie Island in Minnesota, they did so through deception and against the will of the tribe. And they also installed dry cask storage for high-level nuclear waste on that island against the tribe's will. Just a stone's throw from the nearest residence on the reservation and the child care center down the road. In addition to that, Northern States Power, now called Xcel Energy, is the main importer of electricity from Manitoba Hydro in Canada. And that hydro project has flooded a vast area of Cree land in northern Canada and really devastated that community up there. And in addition to that, Northern States Power also spearheaded the effort to open a dump for high-level nuclear waste on the Mescalero Apache Reservation in New Mexico. And now they're leading this effort to open the dump at Skull Valley, Utah. So all of those indigenous communities are gathering in Minneapolis in about 2 weeks. All the people who have been impacted negatively by Xcel Energy, by Northern States Power, they're going to put their heads together and put their power together. And they've invited in non-Indian environmental groups and public interest groups, including Nuclear Information and Resource Service, who I work for, to figure out how we can put a stop to these abuses that Xcel Energy seems to be intent on continuing. So listen for the strategies, and it's going to be a corporate accountability campaign, and we're going to be like a bulldog that won't let go until they cease and desist these hate crimes against Native peoples that they're doing. Executive officer, chairman of the board of... We've been on a tour for months at this point with the... It's a full-size replica of a truck container for high-level nuclear waste. And the Department of Energy maps we have with us show that DOE, at least, is considering downtown La Crosse just a great place to haul this stuff up from the Dairyland reactor. So check out that map. They want to come right through downtown before they hit Interstate 90 to go out to Yucca Mountain, Nevada.